Welcome to LNG Marketplace News Flash Special Edition dedicated to LNG bunkering. Our knowledge partner and host of today's edition is Mr. Eduardo Perez Orue. Mr. Perez Orue is the owner and principal consultant at Small LNG Shipping Consultants. His company provides brokering and consulting services in small-scale LNG shipping and also in-house small LNG shipping training and strategy sessions. Mr. Perez Orue, the floor is yours.
Hello, I'm Eduardo Perez from Small LNG, and today we are going to be talking about LNG bunkering ships. Bunkering ships are coming in different sizes these days. There were a lot of news in the last few weeks talking about who is building what and what sizes are those ships. Funny enough, those ships are coming in terribly different sizes. We had literally two companies announcing ships last week, one of them announcing 20,000 cubes LNG bunkering ships and another one announcing another bunkering ship of only 2,500 cubic meters. So while we can see that both type of ships have the same target, the same goals, they are both going to be dedicated to bunkering LNG ships, both have different capacities because they are targeting different markets. And I think that is something very important in this market. There's not one size. I mean, a 20,000 cubic meters ship will be bunkering big container ships probably, and a smaller 2,005 cubic meters ship will be bunkering smaller coastal ships or even ferries. That is why one of the reasons why there's no one simple design or one single size for these types of ships. They are all having a market, so within the LNG bunkering ship we'll have different sub-markets that are very important to be fed and to be used. So we have to keep an eye on that one. On the news last week, it's important to mention that there are new players coming into this market. I mean, some new players and some existing players that are expanding their fleets. It was important to mention that last week Stolt-Nielsen announced that they are going to be placed 2+2+2 orders for 20,000 cubic meter ships in China. 2+2+2 meaning, of course, 2 firm orders plus 2 options of 2 ships each. So in total, potentially, we are looking at 6 bunkering ships of 20,000 cubes of capacity, each one of them, which is very important. It's an important new order in this market that globally has probably about 20 bunkering ships total. Most of them focus on the European and Asian markets. So these are the first markets to start in this sector, and probably the most mature markets. And when we look at this type of ships, we have to look at what type of ships are they. Are they purely LNG bunkering ships? Are they bunkering barges or bunkering pontoons? So when most of the new buildings are actually bunkering ships, meaning that they are seagoing ships that could be used for other purposes, although they are being marketed as bunkering ships, they could be transporting product long distance, long haul. So that is a way of describing them that is not completely accurate. Some of the new buildings, though, are being classified as LNG bunkering barges, and in those cases they are normally going to stay within the port or within a river or in a very limited area where they can serve and they can provide the bunkering services, but they won't be LNG bunkering ships that can be used for other purposes. And one of the types of units that we are seeing also is bunkering pontoons. Those are normally with no propellers, they are not self-power. So those are units that will stay in one location and have very limited movement. So in any case, we see a little bit of everything, and I think that is one of the important aspects of the market. This market is in its infancy. Nobody knows exactly how it's going to evolve, but obviously it's going to be expanding very rapidly, so there are good opportunities in this market for the future. So I hope that this was useful for you. It's the first time I try one of these podcast things, so hopefully you got something interesting out of that. Thank you, and until next time.
Well, thank you very much for your insight, Mr. Perez Orue. We hope you found this podcast interesting. If you wish to subscribe to our channel, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will never miss any of our LNG news episodes. Also, visit our website www.lngmarketplace.com for LNG events, tenders, courses, and jobs all in one place. Thank you for being with us, and until next time.